Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher. And today we're going to take a look at the Tangle Leur from Julie Isaac. It is, we're just at the end of February at the time of this recording. So this is when we in the, what are we? I'm in Michigan, so whatever that's considered. I know they call it like Midwest. Was like, no, it feels like it's Mid-East. It's not really Midwest. Whatever we are, we're itching for spring and flowers. So here we go. Um, this is a neatly constructed tangle. So start off wherever you want the center of this, just to put a dot. And you know what? I'm going to dare say I have to go. Let me go back and look. You can't see what I'm doing, but trust me. Well, I guess it could be it doesn't have to be just you could be a dot like that. All right. It can be whatever you want because it's Zentangle. All right. Then, however big you want this, we're going to put some curved lines going north, south, east, west first. All right. And I'm going to try to not make them too big. I was doing this. This is nicely easy on a square tile. I have a thought for if I was using it on something else where I didn't have these nice sides as my guide. But so north, south, east, west. Although I'm half joking. My first thought was, oh, floating things. I don't know. And then I'm like, you know what? Just try it. And so I did. And it's not what I had in my head at first. Okay. Which was the C word. That I can't do that. And then I quickly went, stop, don't say that. That's a bad word. All right. Next, we'll put these on the diagonals. And you want to leave some gap. They don't have to line up in any way, shape, or form, so don't worry about it. Okay. Next, from that, whichever way you want to go, I'm going to go from the dot to the left side of each curve. So I'm only going to focus on one curve at a time. So, like that. And then turn your tile and go to the next one and the next one until you are done. I'm also going to dare say, if you didn't end up with, this would have 8. I'm going to say you probably are okay. Because there's really nothing that hinges on the number that you have. All right. Now, as I had mentioned, as I'm looking at this and I was thinking, well, why couldn't you do the center and then do these spokes first? And I tried it, and you can. So that's just an option. I did decide to do my step out, my version of it the way Julie did, and because I think it works just as fine. You can do it either way. I share that because if you feel the need to try it the other way, try it. See if it works better for you. It's all good. Okay. Then, on these little ends that we have left, and this is why you want to leave a little bit of a gap. Let's see. I'm just going to start it from down here because in Zentangle, one of the things that we like to do is plant your hand, and then you have this natural curve. So I position the tile so that way I'm utilizing it. That's why I did these up here like this. I wasn't moving my hand, right? This is how we do it. So we're going to make a curve line coming up the other way from the open end, and we're going to stop right here. Like that. So, same idea. And again, this is why you want to have a little bit of a gap in between them. Although you could do like this where you could make your curve such so that way you have an opening. More of an opening than you might. Sometimes it's just natural. And there we go. That's it. Super easy. Now, one variation, and I think I'm going to keep this as a quickie. But so I'm just going to describe it. So in this last step that we did, if you decided you wanted to go all the way, because what we have done is we've essentially done the hollabow technique. And if you don't know what that is, you didn't even know you did it. So that's amazing, right? And that's the art, I call it the art of drawing behind. And it's a tangle in and of itself. And you can find that video. I have it on my playlist. You can search my channel and find it. But it's where we pick up our pen. Usually we're continuing something on the other side of the section. But in this case, we're not, because it would, I mean, the section, there's nothing to draw after that. And normally we try to go under versus going over. But if you wanted to go over, you would just continue this line. Just like we did this, you could continue it this way all the way to that dot. So you would be just duplicating this. Let me show you what that looks like with some extra stuff. Well, and the extra stuff is I added some extra here, but it creates these like seed shapes, the petals in the middle. So if you want to do that, you can. Completely up to you. It's nice both ways. I want to do some shading on this one just as it is, and focusing on the concept of that hollabow concept. So like we have here, so that means this is overlapping this one. So I'm going to put some graphite on this side of that line. I'm going to do that for all of them. And while I'm doing this, I want to make mention in the description section, you will find the step outs. And make sure to take a look at Julie's, because she has some other, decorating ideas like this. And it's always nice. I call it for more inspiration, and that's why, so you can have more inspiration. Actually, usually it's a lot more inspiration because they did it. And then a lot of times they have all, just a gazillion ways to have fun with the tangle. So do make sure to take a look at that. And I'm just going to spread this out. Okay, why are we not working good here? All right. Cooperate. Now I could take that graphite all the way up if I wanted to. And there's nothing stopping me from doing it afterwards. But what I wanted to do was to emphasize that overlap. Let's see, I haven't looked at the screen yet to see what it looks like, because sometimes it looks different, sort of different on the screen than it does in real life. Wow, see, look at that. We created that bend with that. I like it. Like it a lot. And by just doing it from the point of overlap, I like that. I'm going to leave it that way. It's good. All right. So, as I mentioned, you can do this. And in here, in the center, and this is a really cool pen, by the way. Look at that. Blue, and it's a one pen. Enabler alert, right? For those that are in the Tangle Addicts community, you know, you're doing, this is you can't barely see it. Pentel Crazy Pop. Actually, if you were working on a dark surface, it comes out blue, but on white it comes out red pinkish. But if you have a lot of ink there, you get both. It's really cool. I think that it's like a set of 4 pens. Really neat. Anyway, and that's what we call it, enabler alert, when we're talking about stuff that you didn't think you needed to have. We have fun. And then here I left it with this simple, just the way it is, but then decided to put some spokes out with little orbs and same thing. Look at how cool that is. I don't know. It doesn't take much. So anyway, fun tangle, nice and easy, very forgiving. You could do it, do a bunch of them small scale. You could do one and have that be the centerpiece of your of whatever it is that you're working on. You could aura these lines all the way down, decorate it as you wish. Lots of fun to be had with this one. All right, so if you enjoyed it, Would love to have you click the like button, and if you liked it enough to see even more, click the subscribe button while you're at it. I do post at least once a day, sometimes more than once. I might post. I try not to do more than like one class replay, which would be 2 videos, so that'd be no more than 3. Um, but and the only reason I mention that is because you might want to check your notification settings, because if you don't like your phone or your device blowing up every time somebody that you subscribe to posts, then as I've said it before, I'd rather have you not receive any notifications than to say, "Oh gosh, she posts so much. My phone's always blowing up," and then unsubscribe. I would rather have you be a subscriber. All right. And that's just a little tidbit, because I know when I learned that, I'm like, oh, nice. So I have to make sure always to check those settings beforehand. So anyway, Neat Tangle description section, links to step outs, ways to connect with me are there as well. I have a link to my my website where you can sign up for my blog, and and also I do classes almost twice weekly, just depends on the week. You will see a menu item there for the classes, so you can find out ways to follow me besides Facebook, because I post on some other places, so that way you could get notified, or you could just check back there, whatever works for you. Also, there linked to my Facebook page. Would love to have you follow me, and if you happen to be on there, and we have a fantastic Tangle Addicts community group on Facebook. So if you happen to be on there and you want to hang out with a bunch of Tangle Addicts, come join us. It's a lot of fun. I do have some membership questions to gain entry, so just so you're aware of that. And with that, that's it. Thanks so much for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.